There are stories that crawl under your skin, the kind that linger long after the screen goes dark. On a cold January night in 2013, a young woman stepped into an elevator at a downtown Los Angeles hotel. The doors closed, and she was never seen alive again. This is the story of Elisa Lam, a mystery that blurred the line between tragedy and nightmare. Downtown Los Angeles, gritty, restless, alive. Among its streets stands a building with a name whispered through time, the Cecil Hotel. Built in the 1920s, it was meant to be grand. But over the decades, it became something else. A place of shadows, a magnet for tragedy, suicides, overdoses, disappearances. Even serial killers once called it home. They say the walls remember, and by 2013, the Cecil had earned a reputation no hotel ever wants. A curse. Elisa Lam was 21, a student from Vancouver, Canada, curious, creative, and full of dreams. She had been struggling with mental health, but she wanted to see the world. So she packed a bag and headed south, documenting her journey online. On her Tumblr, she wrote about loneliness, books, love, and sometimes about the heaviness she felt inside. "You're always haunted," she once posted, "by the idea you are wasting your life." She arrived in Los Angeles on January 26, 2013, and checked into the Cecil Hotel. At first, it was just another stop on her adventure. But to the Cecil, she was about to become another story. 5 days later, Elisa stopped contacting her family. Her phone went silent. Her social media frozen in time. On February 1st, the hotel reported her missing. Her room untouched. Her luggage still there. Her medications neatly arranged. Police searched every corner, every hallway, every locked door. But the Cecil was a maze. A labyrinth of forgotten rooms, unused stairwells, and echoes that never stopped. Elisa Lam had vanished. Then came the footage. Released by LAPD on February 14th, it was meant to help find her. Instead, it became an internet phenomenon. In the video, Elisa enters an elevator, presses several buttons, and then something strange happens. She steps out, looks around nervously. She hides in the corner, peeks into the hallway, steps back in, and begins gesturing, as if to someone unseen. Her hands move in odd patterns. She presses herself against the wall, and then she steps out again, and the elevator doors finally close. That was the last footage of Elisa Lam alive. No one, not police, not guests, not even cameras, saw her leave the building. Within days, the video spread across YouTube, Reddit, and forums worldwide. Everyone had a theory. Some said she was playing a strange game, like the infamous Korean elevator ritual. Others swore she was hiding from a stalker. Paranormal believers claimed she was possessed. And skeptics said it was simple, a psychotic episode, a young woman overwhelmed by her bipolar disorder. But if it was just that, how did she end up where she was found? February 19th, 2013, 19 days since Elisa disappeared. A guest at the Cecil complained that the water pressure was low. The tap water discolored. Maintenance staff went to check the rooftop tanks. And there, inside one of them, they found her, Elisa Lam, floating face up, lifeless, in the hotel's drinking water supply. For weeks, guests had unknowingly been drinking, showering, and brushing their teeth with that same water. The horror was beyond words. How did she get there? The tanks were locked, heavy and high. The rooftop alarm system never went off. The autopsy showed no signs of foul play, no drugs, no trauma. Official cause of death? Accidental drowning, influenced by her bipolar disorder. But still, how did she lift that heavy lid? How did she reach the rooftop unnoticed? The more people looked for answers, the stranger it all seemed. Some believe Elisa had a mental episode, and in confusion, found her way to the roof. Others believe someone from the hotel was involved, covering their tracks, and some say the Cecil Hotel itself took another victim. The building's dark past, its endless hallways, its history of death, too many coincidences to ignore. Was it the city's darkness, her illness, or something else? No one truly knows. Lost in the noise of mystery and internet fame, it's easy to forget. Elisa Lam was human. She was bright, creative, kind. She wrote poetry, loved photography, dreamed of adventure. And somewhere inside that old haunted hotel, she met a fate that still defies logic. You're always haunted by the idea you're wasting your life, she once wrote. But maybe in a strange way, her story made sure we'd never forget her. The story of Elisa Lam reminds us, some mysteries aren't meant to be solved. Some are meant to be remembered. Because in every silence, in every unanswered question, there's a truth whispering to be heard. You've just watched The Hollow Hour. Subscribe, because next time we open another file, one that began with a letter and ended in blood.